Drum roll, you need to stop talking immediately. Remember, you can pick up on this afterwards. It is a socializing event. You need to stop talking. Stop the talking. The talking is bad. Now move on. Okay, the row that is facing the screen. The row that is facing the screen. Move to your right. Move one position to the right. The row that is facing the screen. That's Nike's row on stage. That's Aminata's row on stage. And it's you guys. All right, move one position to the right. If there's no one in front of you, move to the other side of your row. Aminata, move to the other side. Move to the other side, because that's it. Did you get the principle? One row has to move one position to the right. If there's no one in front of you, you have to move way over to the other side. All right, is everybody set? Okay. Next question. Once again, introduce yourself. It's polite. We're people. Tell the other person who you are, what you're doing as a journalist, and then tell them what you love about being a journalist, and if you have done CJ journalism, what you love about doing CJ journalism. All right? Drum set. Drum roll. Take turns. It's the other person's turn. You can finish your story later if you're fascinated by the other person. All right, you have to stop talking again. It's over. This part. Okay, move to the right. The same row as before. Move to the right. If no one's in front of you, move to the other end of the row. All right, find your position. Find somebody new, everybody in front of fascinating people you want to talk to. All right, next question. Once again, you want to find out more about the other person. So present yourself, be a civilized person. Tell them about yourself, tell them about what you do, and then the situation is this. Imagine you're going to your newsroom's Halloween party. It's Halloween party. What do you dress up as? All right? Your newsroom is organizing a Halloween party. What do you dress up as and why? Tell the other person that. All right? Okay, let's go. The question is, once again, your newsroom invites you to a Halloween party. What do you dress up as and why? All right, take turns again. The other person's turn. All right, stop it. I can see some of you are starting to show each other WhatsApp messages. We have to move on. Same procedure as always. Turn to the right, move on one position to the right. If no one's in front of you, move to the other side of the row. Find a new partner. Move on. Life is quick. You have to act quick in life. There's so many interesting people waiting to be discovered in this game. All right, same procedure as always. Present yourself, tell who you are, what you do, and then answer the question. Since starting journalism, what is something you have learned about yourself? All right? Since starting journalism, or maybe CJ, constructive journalism, what is something you have learned about yourself? All right, go. Okay, once again, time to take turns. It's the other person's turn. Okay, beautiful journalism people. This is the last round. Move to the right for the last round. All right, you know the game. Say goodbye to the person you've been talking to. Find a new one. It's the last person in this game. All right, move to the right. You know which row. The row's facing the screen. Okay, has everybody moved on? Have you guys moved on? It's a new round. Move, find a new position, find a new partner. If no one's there, move to the other side of the room. Exactly. All right, last round. Once again, present yourself as always. And now the question is, a skill, one thing you want to learn this year. All right? Okay.
I don't even know myself, to be honest. Honestly, I think it's just keep pushing. Like it sounds so cliche, but at the end of the day, like you have to keep pushing. Like,
Something you want to learn this year. Do you want to change in any way this year? I honestly don't think I've ever met a Ugandese. Maybe they're there. Yeah, journalists are either local or just probably it's way small. Like the Filipino industry is still growing. We are the second source country in the world. And so once again, I see it as a country that has because everything is sometimes so new. Someone that is not very Okay, that's it. One last time, take turns. Let the other person tell you their story. One last time. Sad news, it's over. Give yourself a round of applause. Good job. You have acquired the skill of talking really fast to an unknown person. That's a good skill. Remember, in reality, you have to finish your phrases and what you're going to say. Okay. The idea here is you got to know each other a little bit. We'll have a socializing event at the end. So if there are stories that you still want to hear, if you want to keep talking to people, use the time at the end of this event. All right? Thank you. Abbas is taking over. I think.
Hello. Let's take our seats. All right. I know now you have met, you know your names. Atuga, you remember any name? Do you remember any names of people you met? Yes? Good. Okay. The people seated behind there, on that, we have seats here. I would love that you all come because we are going to form a very good circle. All right. Well, how are you again? Good. So, usually we have panel discussions here. And in most cases, you have people or experts coming over here to speak to you about the things they know, right? And in most cases, those are the things that you already know. So we decided that today everyone is a panelist, and everyone will be able to contribute to this discussion. And the discussion is in 3 phases. So the first phase is I am going to ask you to check under the chair where you're seated. Chances are high that you have a pen and right? If you do not find, please put up your hand. There is my super energetic colleague, Patricia. She will come to you with a sticky as well as a pen. Are we together? Everybody has? Gotoina? Hey. 5, they're coming. So, if you don't have, please put up your hand. Patricia, make sure everyone has. Now that everybody has, I would like to ask the team here to push a bit inside, and you also to come here with your chair so that we form a good circle. Push in. Kill the space. Hey, I like, these things. I need mics ready, yeah? So, one of the things I'm sure you're wondering about is, what is this constructive journalism? What is solutions journalism? But we won't go into that now. The thing that I want us to start with is to pace us with a very critical question, and that is, what is the media that we want? You're all journalists, and some of you are editors, some of you are reporters, others are media innovators, others are, constructive journalism fellows, others are MCI fellows. So you have a dream of what kind of media you want out there. And that could be what kind of media you want to create. It could be what kind of media you want to consume every day. It could also be what kind of media that you would want your children to consume one day. So, on that sticky note, I want you to write one challenge of the media you create as a journalist today. One challenge that you find with the media. You're like, there is no challenge. Everything is perfect. If you have, don't write too much. It's not an essay. 2, I want you to write the kind of media you want. If you don't have, Susan, please put up your hand. Patricia will be with you in no time. And then the last one will be just one way. You as a journalist, what one thing you will do to create that media that you want. So for those who have been in the fellowship program, I'm sure now you have already action points of what you're going to be doing. I repeat, one challenge you find with the media you create as a journalist, or even the one you consume, the kind of media you would want, and one way you would create it, or you will from here, today, after, when you go back. I have a team, I have a team that will come around and pick the stickies later. We'll put them there. And then during the networking session, we will have that as our exhibition point. So you can go to our museum and check them out. And for us as MCI, we'll stay with all your information. Please make sure you sign there your name and consent that we can use it the way we want. No, I'm joking. No, just a signature so that we can always take pictures and remember you, how lovely you people are. Okay, we have our mics. All right, so we have mics, and we can't sample each and every one. But what I want us to be able to achieve, at least sample of like 10 people to just share with us what they have written, and really focus on a little bit more of what you will do in terms of to change the world, to change the media and create what you want to see in the world. So we have clap for Timothy, everybody. Mic runner. Mic runners are the most important people. Always you undermine them, but they help you to amplify your voice. So if you are ready to share with us what you've written, please put up your hand. All right, we have Claire. Clap for Claire, everybody. Claire works with the Africa Center for Media Excellence and great partners of ours. Claire, please share.
Thank you. So, one challenge that I've observed with the media or experienced is that a lot of information on things I care about as a person, and I know that many people care about these things, a lot of this information gets lost in crude traffic targets.
Say that again.
a lot of information on the things that we care about is lost in crude traffic targets. What do I mean? That the media, mainstream or otherwise, is more concerned about things that are trending, things that everyone is talking about, or things that create a buzz. But when it comes to information that can transform lives, information that makes sense to people, information that impacts us, it's not given much time, much attention, much space, or even when it's given the time and attention, it will be lost in a weird clickbaity headline. So we won't care about it or look out for it.
All right, thank you. And can you tell us what you were committing to do to change that?
My commitment
Yes.
as a person in the media development world is to contribute to this by building training programs for journalists or enhancing, including components of solutions in our training programs and reporting better.
For Claire, we already have solutions journalism training, and please look out for Acme trainings. They are always available for journalists. Who else? The president.
Well, my first one is and I'm speaking from a South African context. I'm not casting aspersions on.
Tell people your name because
my name is Matuba.
You are international here.
My name is Matuba Mahlachi. I'm from South Africa. The one thing that bothers me, or that's a challenge, is the infiltration of politics and politicians in newsrooms. That really bothers me a lot. And journalists being embedded with politicians and politics also. That is a serious concern for solution journalism.
She says it's an African problem.
I don't think so. It's very prevalent in America. You go to find out who's funding Fox News, find out who's funding CNN. There are politicians behind most of these. People are running their own agenda. But anyway, that's my challenge and my problem. And number two is being truthful instead of being neutral while creating solutions for people. I prefer being truthful instead of being neutral, because being neutral is an ethic that doesn't make sense in the world that we live in right now. I'd rather be truthful than sitting on the fence. So
Matuga, for a young university journalist who is still trying to understand these concepts, being truthful and being neutral, how would you break that down? Maybe using a quick example in 1 minute.
Well, sometimes these times that we're living in, we have a lot of fake news that makes it to mainstream media, and then it makes it to our living rooms, and it misinforms people. And sometimes it comes from people who are well-respected, people in authority. So when you try to do your journalism, you'll have to fight that by being truthful and not being neutral. So sometimes you won't get the perpetrator to say, I have done something wrong. You will have to take your pen and notepad, write the story, and tell the people the truth. That's what I think should happen.
Thank you so much.
And then I think, how can I create it? Commitment. Commitment to the values that tells the truth. That's what you need to offer as a journalist.
Stay committed to the values and the truth. Usually there's a question of whose truth are we telling? That's for the editors to answer. Who has another?
I.
Or where are you?
Here.
Please.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Asha Kulusum. On record, I'm a fellow, MCI class of 2018.
Whoosh.
One of the challenges, I think there are very many challenges, but one that is primary with me is a lack of media freedom in Uganda. And what kind of media I want? I would think for us to have solutions and have everything the media we want to enjoy is have a media that is free of expression and sharing information. What to do about the challenge is I would think, currently I'm joining and working and training with organizations and media centers that advocate for a free media space by discussing, helping them or engaging to discuss with states that will help this cancer heal.
And I clap for Asha. Asha, I was thinking you're going to say one of these days we're going to see you on the street demonstrating against for, for our freedom, but that's also another option, hopefully. But I say, please don't do that. Who else? Yes. Please also say your name.
I'm Rose Buchirwa Nalongo. Okay, one of the challenges that I wrote down too. The first one is the shallow stories that we receive. I'm a news editor. The shallow stories what we receive. Sometimes you send someone to the field, they will bring you this kind of story, and all the meat has been eaten off. So you just have a bone to edit. And sometimes you have to send someone back to the field, or you have to make some calls to make sure you build up the story bit to have some meat. MCI fellows, please don't do this to me.
Thank you. Please say it louder.
Please don't do it to me when you come to my newsroom. And then the second one that I put is we are becoming activists. Instead of journalism, we are becoming activists. You go to this either NRM, and you become part of NRM. The story that you give to me is political, but it is activism for NRM, or activism for NUP, or activism for FDC. Some of the things are really disturbing. You need to draw a line. How am I going? The kind of media that I want is one that the public looks to for solutions. I want the public outside there to stop asking the question, so how do I go about this? In your story, it should be included already. It's either the person who looks at that story already gets out with a solution. And then how do I do this? Engaging the journalists to plan from zero to hero. That's how I'm going to do it.
Thank you. For our friends from outside Uganda, the abbreviations you are hearing, NRM, FDC, NUP, are political parties here. And it looks like what Nalong is saying is that some journalists are in bed with her. It's everywhere? Okay. Let's have 3 people because we have to transition to another. Please stand up over there with the mic. Who has the mic? Yes, please.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ruvimbo. So my first point is there is biased reporting on gender, which is coming from stereotypes. What I would want to happen in the world, the media world, is balanced reporting when it comes to masculinity and femininity, especially on the side of men. How do I want this to come true? I want to debunk biases. I want to change the narrative when it comes to reporting on either men or women. Tell the world that it is normal for women to do certain things. We don't have to say she did it because she was a woman, but we say she did it because she's a human being. Thank you.
Thank you, Bimbo. Yes.
Yay. Hi, everyone. My name is Susan Mujawananda. I am a co-founder, Science TV Uganda. What's wrong with journalists? Sorry, with media. Media is not inclusive enough to accommodate all categories of people. All categories of people, including all of us here, and the people who are, I didn't want to use the word stereotype, but they are called the minorities. but they are not. Anyway, people with disabilities, because they are many, they are not in a minority group. What am I going to do about it? Inclusive journalism. I love doing media where it can be accessed by everyone who is going to watch whatever I'm going to put out there. So I make sure that my story has sign language, my story has captions, my story has voiceovers, that if someone is watching it, will be able to learn from it. Yeah, basically that is it. Creating content that can cater for all. Yeah, because right now, if you see the media, they passed a law of sign language interpreters being included in the news, but if you walk on the street and you meet me, you can't know that this is Susan Mujawa who interprets news on NTV. Yeah, because of the small box. So imagine someone who is relying on the information that I'm trying to put out. They can't really understand. Okay, they can get it, but they can't really fully understand and get the information that I'm trying to get out. So most media houses are putting sign language just for the sake of it, not really to inform, but just to have their license not to be, withdrawn. But if they can do this just because they know that there is a category of people they are serving. So inclusive journalism, yay, thank you.
The good thing is that you are very close to editors, and I'm hoping that you'll get, the screen. I don't know if that's an advocacy move to get, a bigger screen on the side, right? Yes.
Yes,
we have two people, and then, All right.
My name is Paul Katantas. I work with NTV as an editor on the Luganda desk. Now, one of the challenges that we are facing is that we are working in a highly politicized environment. Mm-hmm. And most media outlets are aligned with several political party interests. So you find that you work, for example, anyway, let me not name, but there are stations we know that they are aligned to a particular political party. So when the stories come out, they are not surprising. They are not surprising. But so the problem that we face there is that we are often criticized for being biased and sensational sometimes. You find that when it's a Noop story, we give it a lot of hype, or it's an NRM story. So the media I want to see is one that, of course, is more, that is that of course embraces constructive journalism, which gives more balanced reporting. And how to achieve that, I think we must provide contextualization, providing a deeper understanding of the issues, the events being reported on, and also, of course, highlighting potential solutions and positive developments.
Thank you very much. We have the final hand over there. Rachel, please.
Oh, I have a microphone.
Oh, okay. So you can have
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Hannah Arinaitwe. I have very many challenges, but I decided to share this specific one today. Spaces for women to talk about anything but gossip and relationship issues. Our media always gives women spaces to talk about things only in relation to gossip or relationship advice. Soft news, either it's fashion or either it is something in relation to soft news. I, for one, have experienced a certain something like that in relation to that, where you go and pitch you pitch a show, you pitch a story, then they're like, no, is there a way you can turn it into something like relationship advice, maybe something to do with breaking down how families can, better themselves? So one thing that I am doing to change this narrative is, number one, I'm working on a project that is going to give women an opportunity to discuss everything else other than relationships and gossip. And then, yeah, that's basically it. And also giving women motivation and advice. I direct and produce. If you have anything that you want to do in relation to everything other than gossip and relationships, I am your girl.
So I guess I'll go. Hi, everyone. You all look good. I think I will speak for my country. And I think the thing that I fear the most, and especially seeing young people, is the fact that there's a lot of news avoidance. And I think this is my challenge, and I'm afraid. I don't know whether you're afraid, but I'm afraid, guys, because for Kenyans, people in Kenya don't want to watch news because of the negativity that is there. And when you watch a news bulletin, and I'm not talking about just one media outlet, I've seen it happening even in the paper, like negative news it's getting depressing. And the fact that I can actually use CJ to foster this and to ensure that this challenge of news avoidance, such that a young person will actually watch the news, then I just want to do that. And I think the kind of media that I want is media that actually helps us to prevent this news avoidance thing. Because this is the future of tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow is going to happen, what tomorrow holds. So I hope that the kind of media that I use will actually help me just remove news avoidance and actually bring young people together and say, hey, don't put on Netflix first, let's watch the news. Because I saw an interesting story on how to solve drought in Kenya. I saw an interesting story on how to solve all of this in Kenya. So I think news avoidance is one thing that I'm really afraid of, and I hope that platforms like this are actually available for people like us just to prevent the aspect of news avoidance. And maybe by how I hope to create a solution to news avoidance is producing more CJ stories. Yeah.
Clap for Rachel, everybody. And I think, okay, this is very loud. Okay, and I think that the best way to segue from that part of the conversation is now, because news avoidance is real, and each and every day you hear people who are just saying that they can't watch the news anymore. And maybe the editors and people who are in the media houses in Uganda, I don't know if we've done any good research around this, but globally reports are coming out every day that young people are, running away from watching news. And of course, there's a lot of competition for that. One of the ways that, of course, the world is sort of like bringing up into the discussion is this idea of constructive journalism, or other people saying solutions journalism. And we are lucky today because we have the fellows and trainers of this concept, and at least the MCI community here, we have all interacted with solutions journalism in one way or another. So one of the things which is a provoking question, and I know it might annoy some people, but is constructive journalism overrated? For especially those who are either you're starting and you have a lot of questions, or you have interacted with it and you still say it's not selling, right? So I want to hear, at least from the fellows who have gone through the constructive journalism, what's your experience? What are your fears around this concept? Is this the way forward in terms of dealing with news avoidance as an issue? Is this one where we are saying we can build trust again with for the media industry, for us as journalists? So it would be good to hear from, Nika, is that smile meaning yes?
This is a chance to burn down 5 months of fellowship within 1 minute.
And to be honest, And for me, from a trainer perspective, like even if us as trainers are here, like it doesn't matter. If somehow you still have, certain fears around the concept, then be it so, please.
I think constructive journalism is very important, especially the continent that we all live. So much of news and reporting that happens on this continent and goes to the outside world doesn't necessarily paint Africans and the work that's happening here in the most positive of light. When you think about how Africa is represented to the outside world, if it bleeds, it leads. So there is such an importance for constructive journalism within this continent. I can't really speak for so many other places outside of this continent because you have a lot more fair and balanced reporting. Whereas here, most of what we talk about are the challenges with food, the challenges with drought or rain, or with military and government and politics. And I think it's counter to the narrative that's actually happening on the continent. When you look at what young people are doing, when you look at some of the challenges that we are facing and the way that we are facing them and the solutions that we are providing, that needs to be reported. I think, the old tale of, I don't know, when the lion becomes the writer, then finally, his story will be told. Because the hunter always writes the story, he comes out as the hero. And so we do have a space and we do have a need more and more and more for more constructive journalism from all of you, from the ones coming behind us, because we are the ones that are representing this continent and we have an opportunity. You asked if it was a dying or overrated field. I don't think it's overrated. I think it's so necessary. But we have to do it with care, and we have to do it really focusing on some of the things that we've sort of learned in the fellowship, the 4 pillars. I think making sure that when we are talking about solutions, we're providing the facts and we're providing evidence that speak to those facts. But we're also talking about how, these are not the only solutions, right? Like if you have a CJ story, you're not going to write that this is the end all be all and this is the only solution that's out there. Talk about the fact that, this is one solution and there are other ways, and being honest with our reporting. So I don't think it's overrated, especially for our continent.
All right, thank you so much. And I love that you connected that with, counteracting existing narratives. Yes, please, take the mic.
My dream actually is that in 10 years we won't talk about constructive journalism anymore, and we won't talk about solutions journalism anymore, simply because it will be naturally incorporated in the journalism that we do every day, and that those concepts that we work with, covering a story 360-degree angle, covering not just the problem, but trying to think forward, trying to think what does it mean for the future, what could a solution be, that this way, this attitude to do constructive journalism will actually be a natural way to do to do journalism all over.
Clap for the future, please. Clap for the future, everybody. I know that in this room we're almost all like-minded in terms of appreciating this concept. But, curious to hear from those who have been challenged. Maybe you're a young journalist who's been challenged to pitch a solution story, or you're an editor who you've received and you just didn't understand it, right? Because you're like, are you doing public relations for this organization or this issue? It would also be good to hear from a different, maybe a challenge we are facing around this topic, so that some of the experts we have in the room could also share their insights around that as well. But, if we don't have anyone with a challenge, that's also okay. Over there, we have Solomon, and then we can start with the big man over there.
Thank you, Abbas. My name is Mohindo, and she's Claire.
Hey, thanks for the emphasis.
Clarification. The challenge that I have with constructive journalism, the challenge that I have is how to pitch a constructive journalism story so that my editor, who does not appreciate constructive journalism because he didn't interact with it at Makerere, can appreciate my pitch. Because from the school of thought, where we have several editors in the newsroom who have believed that where it bleeds, it leads. And now I'm telling a story about maybe societal transformation, and they don't see the factor that they were taught to appreciate. That's the challenge that I have.
All right, thank you for that. Let's hear from Sky, and then I will throw this to the audience for those who have, response.
Let
Yes.
me go before them because I'm just front. Just to stay in line with what one of the challenges he's having, I'm an English news editor with Radio 4 and Radio 7. The challenges we have is we see solutions, journalism solutions, constructive stories, but we're wondering in a frame where we know what is trending is news, how do we bring about solution stories, constructive stories in a 7-minute bulletin at the top of the hour? And how should we consider these stories? My friend, my colleague from NTV was telling me that we lack, and I always tell it to Claire, we have trainings for reporters, but we don't have trainings for editors to understand this, how we can incorporate these construction and solutions to our news. And with the agenda and what we know is what is selling, is what is conflict, immediate problem, not solutions. So that is the biggest challenge I find in the newsroom, especially with us editors.
All right. Our recent graduates will be able to attack these questions, and everyone else really who has an insight or two. So Sky will be the last one, and then we'll transition to the responses and then to the next session.
Good evening. My name is Solomon Chambade. I work with NBS Television. In one way, constructive journalism is useful, yes. But there are some things you look at, like you undermine as problems, but you don't look at them straight. And I'm only going to highlight 2 of them, and they are key, especially if we have young people in the room who want to go ahead with the search. The first and most important one, of course, is from Nalongo, like she spoke of, shallow journalism. I was sharing with my colleagues here that actually, if you want to be good at constructive journalism, is you don't have to look at the big problem first. I think you can easily look at the first smaller problem first. If you wanted to do a very nice, beautiful piece on the road maintenance in Karamoja, yet your own road where you stay has potholes all through, really I will start doubting what constructive journalism you want to run for. Otherwise, you're going to be short-sighted. You will want to look for an LC chief in Karamoja compared to the LC chief in your own place. I don't know if I'm trying to communicate here. Eh? The second one is, and I'm going to be candid, I don't know if any of us here is going to get angry, but I'll be honest. Most of us journalists have taken on the journalism as the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. What am I trying to say? It is your only daily bread. Journalists have looked at, journalism is an expensive venture, right? Most of the journalists who will want, like my colleague one day said that you will get the money to do a very nice constructive journalism piece if you are working for an organization. But you forget that the best pieces you see outside there are actually not for people who work for organizations. They're actually freelance journalists. What am I trying to say? As you young journalists, you want to go out there and you do these pieces and shoot out in the sky, eh? Please also look for some side gigs somewhere, eh? Like open a small business for yourself. Start selling some clothes. I'm being honest with you. Sell some food and get some profit. You get it? Join family ventures. Because as you attack this animal called constructive journalism, you're going to have to spend money. You are going to want to come up and say, I can do a very nice piece if only I was at NTV. I'm going to do a very nice piece if I was working for the DW. Actually, with all honesty, I love the pieces from DW and the rest. But guys, if you sat down with these beautiful ladies and gentlemen from DW and they give you a full flow of how to do these things, trust me, you will come back here at MCI and be like, I am not training. Abbas, I need another extra month or week. So, basically, those are my two issues with this. One is, please do the simple things first, okay? The simple problems are just in your nostrils. They're on your noses. They're just close to you before you look at the big things, right? Secondly, don't allow journalism be your Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Something else can easily help you.
Be entrepreneurial.
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. I want now quick responses to the challenges shared so that we can get to party soon. Yes, Rukia, response? Okay, please. Okay. Rukia, yeah?
Hi guys. Hi
Keep
everyone.
it brief.
Hello. Yeah, so when they asked for us to share what we wrote, I did not because I wanted to hear from other people. Yes. Now, if I had a chance to say something, I would say that my challenge in my country is the poor pay for the very many big talents that are in here. Yeah? So as much as we love to do good journalism, we need to sell it somewhere. We need to have platforms, or if we're not even selling it, at least we need to have platforms that support us to do the kind of good journalism that we want to change the world that we want to live in or our children to live in. But if I'm doing a story that requires me to spend roughly $500, I think for Uganda that would be like 2 million shillings. And I'm getting it out of my pocket to do that story. That story should be able at least to get me back the 500, even if I don't get profit, because then it becomes passion. Then it becomes passion that I'm investing to tell a good story, to have a platform where it's gonna air, where people are going to access it, where people are going to appreciate it, yeah? So I may have my side hustle and it's doing well. And I get my savings. I do the story. But where am I putting this story for it to have the impact that it should have? That's why I would call upon all editors to really support the people who are doing the kind of journalism that is different from the one that we've been used to, but also have maybe put up platforms that are structured differently, such that when I come up with my story that has the 4 pillars, and I'm trying to highlight every element of it, the story is not gonna cut down to 3 minutes. How am I gonna tell a good constructive story in 3 minutes? Okay. With the nuance that we are all talking about, honestly.
Okay, thank you. Journalism is expensive. This is what I'm hearing. But it has to be done. Yes. Yes. Anyone there who would like to respond? Okay, here.
Thank you. I think my solution or response is going to address so many of the challenges that have been raised. The first point I want to make is good journalism actually sells. The only challenge is most of us are not doing good journalism. We are not even trying, and I think it starts from, our newsrooms when we are pitching stories in the morning meetings and all the kind of guidance we get from our editors, and also the awareness of our editors on the kind of topics that we did or we are doing. An example, when I was in the newsroom about, let me not say the years because you might think I'm very old, but when I was in the newsroom a few years ago, we had these morning meetings where I would do like the elevator pitch kind of pitching in the mornings to tell us, so you tell the newsroom what you're working on. And it was just a 1-minute thing where I say what you're working on and how you'll go about it. Never went beyond. I think that we need to look out for information. As journalists, we need to empower ourselves with information. A lot of us sit and all we know is I'm meant to go to work, go to the field, write a story, come back, write it, submit it to my editor, and that's it. Most of us don't empower ourselves with information. We don't learn. We don't seek out this information. I've had people say freelancers make a lot of money, more than people in newsrooms. Why? Because these guys are investing in themselves. They're online reading. How do I pitch to Reuters? How do I pitch to the BBC? How do I pitch to people outside Uganda? And, they're earning from it. And yeah, so if you know how to pitch a good story, your story is going to sell even to the editor who might not seem interested in it. An example, when we were doing our trainings on road safety last year for journalists, how to report on road safety, it was most of the people that came for our trainings were people who just came because, they hear about road safety and they hear about accidents, but it was always about how many people have died in a crash and all these things. But people came to the trainings and learned that there's a lot more. And we started seeing stories about road safety being told as a public health issue, road safety being told as an economic issue and how it's affecting the economy and things like that. We're seeing the narrative changing from, how many people have died to the effects and the solutions that can be provided. So I'd like to leave us with this. Those who are interested in learning how to pitch, I think I'm just poetic. If you're interested in learning how to pitch a story, we have a pitch sheet on our website, African Center for Media Excellence. You can look at that pitching form and see how you can go about how to pitch your story. I think it will give you a few pointers. So the website is sme-ug.org. Just search for pitching template. You'll find it there, and I think it will be a good guide for those who are interested in learning how to pitch. But also, you can send us an email. You can reach me out for this information. Thank you.
Claire, you put your business card somewhere so that people can pick. I have a way in which we're going to respond to these questions that have been asked. So, some of our amazing members volunteered to facilitate mini sessions on the side, which will be around 15 minutes. So, one, for you, sir, if you're interested in selling and pitching constructive pieces, Ruth here will be facilitating a session on that. I think that will be over there. So, again, you go there not just to listen, but to also contribute and participate, right? If you're interested in researching constructive pieces, challenges, and how to overcome them, again, the gentleman over there called Patrick Butter, I call it Butter, but it's Butterillo, right? Is going to be facilitating that session in the training room, yeah? Are we together? Then, if you're interested in constructive journalism, the role of a journalist and how to draw the line to activism, over here. Rachel over there will be facilitating that session in the TV studio. You'll just walk here and follow Rachel as she walks out of here. If you're interested in understanding storytelling for constructive pieces, Nikki, all the way from Sierra Leone, will be facilitating that session at the MCI Lounge. Oh, that sounds cool. Over there, the reception. Okay, right? Reception. Yeah? Drinks. Drinks coming soon. If you're interested in understanding audience engagement for constructive stories, please come to me. Where am I? Over there. Yeah, I'm over there. Where Patricia is. And finally, we have the sixth one, which is CJ and Social Media by Dan Ayeware in the boardroom. So, now I'm going to request the facilitators to please stand up. So, Patrick, please stand at the door here because your people will follow you. Whoever is, the people who have their points, please go there. And you amazing people, all you have to do is choose where to go. We won't take long. We'll be strictly 15 to 20 minutes. It's a discussion. These ones, please leave them here. We will be picking them and putting them over there after. So, again, let me repeat. Yeah? Selling and pitching constructive pieces. Ruth, over there. Selling and pitching. Ruth. Researching constructive pieces. Patrick, training room. All right. How to draw the line between activism and constructive journalism. Rachel, boardroom. Yes? Storytelling for constructive pieces. Nikki, over there at the lounge area. And then myself over there, audience engagement. And then social media opportunities. Rachel is in the TV, Dan is in the boardroom. All right, thank you. Follow the facilitator, follow the facilitator. Let's get moving, guys. Won't take long. I don't sound like let's go, let's go.
panicking and put to love. But when cool love, I can know if I were. Tell me now, love panicking or if I were. Panicking and put to love. But when cool love, I can know if I were. Tell me now, love panicking or if I were. Emi mi do te kute, nemi wa baby te sipe. Kabi take attention to say. Kumanga wali wonse chengamba, wali wechi buzo bambi chembuza. Why it's not a lose control every time that you come around. Panicking and put love, but when pull up I can't know if I were. Tell me now, love panicking know if I were. Panicking and put love, but when pull up I can't know if I were. Tell me now, love panicking know if I were. He said, let me keep your secret, yeah. Deepest of my heart is the safest place, so baby turn to me and say, hey. Girl, I love your body. I panic when I see your body. I admire my baby's body. Hey, yeah. Baby, when you turn up on my phone, baby, come to my kupa kupa nyo. You're the one that I keep for, baby. Everywhere you go, I go follow. Panicking and put lie. But when cool love, I can't know if I were. Tell me now, love panicking if I were. Panicking and put lie. But when cool love, I can't know if I were. Tell me now, love panicking if I were. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sitting over and go to say, it be like Eulange. On David and yo viola, Timutu de Bambi. Omowe na kafanani. Ako Bambi ala venga ko viola venga mumeme. Nange mumenga mumeme. Alina kabiri viola. Akayo yo Bambi. Okoko sakayindo. Akalalo ko sweetie. Wenze jokira erinyalye. Okulyo kera pomelwa. Cause in the konungansani. Cause in the nunga lady say. Obuli dente ulaya. want ya. Omanyeti babi, byonkolera. Bisima, dala babi, omukwano gwaffe bambi, tegusobola nze kuntama. Amazima, omukwano gwaffe bambi, tegusobola nze kunyiwa. My baby, my Valentine. Girl, you dey make my temperature go dey rise. If you leave me, I go die. I swear, you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Your love will be totally me. I'm so obsessed. I want to talk. Kuduro, your body they work on this thing. Kuduro, open and make us sing. Kuduro, give me love for one thing. You make a bad man sing. Kuduro, your body they work on this thing. Kuduro, open and make us sing. Kuduro, give me love for one thing. You make a bad man sing. Oh, love, 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 love. Girl, you make me loco. You play me like a lotto. All you want is my dodo. I even buy you moto. Oh no, oh no. You say you want a low, low. Oh, why you leave me go, go? See me now, I am solo. Oh no. It could have been something different. Oh, you say you want money, baby. Oh. It could be loving my honey, kissing and cuddling, loving Miami. Oh, it could have been something different. Oh, you say you want money, baby. Oh, I don't tire for play, play things, and now you go hold me down. Jackie by silly. With you, I want to settle down. You sweet me like soda, high me like lager, cool it down. On the phrase I've been mocking me. All you want is a no party. So fair, baby. So fair, baby. The way you want to the love with me. All you want is a no party. So fair, baby. Now you make me. You play me like a. All you want is my. Unomi wa sukali, tai na kadalasini, pagalo kutuka kumwezi. Zikiris Nambera Sikali, Nankukuma Nakasale, my darling. Chesi Wanyikole Risachi. Emisuweni Nemekamulirako, Usiwa Mulinga Wetidisa, Hakanyama Kambu Fukuchoto, Kaliri no Chusa Wondia. Hamasogani Kukwe, Itukamisi Wompita. Jakala Tukati Wenga Yense Poita Dia. Walivuga Kankali, Nangediva Kalia. Jakala Tukati Wenga Yense Poita Dia. Akachapambalas, Umukongo Wekusiwa Kusiga. Obugalo babu mamukuani gawazi wangu takula. Nyumisi zabula munake. Tika mupulani nake. Senarina kuwala buna ya profesio exceptional. And get it done quite tired, it's so professional. How am I so gonna cook with you? Come and sit down, pizza. Jagala to cut the wing, I is a quite a tia. Ooh, what if you got a gali? No, you do, Kalia, better than this. Jagala to cut the wing, I is a quite a tia. Tugende muchachi, wafuke my baby. We're too lokakane, you're the one that I've been looking for. Tugende muchachi, wafuke my baby. We're too lokakane, you're the one that I've been looking for. Kanku vempeta tongana. Sabuto mirango mwana la voya fedala ya kusabira tuvenga tetwawukana bina byenina kwabisana. I want you more than that. I wanna be the father. Rabana babusana tugende muchachi ofuke my baby. We're too look at you're the one that I've been looking for. Together with Chachi, off my baby. We're too look at you're the one that I've been looking for. Together with Chachi, off my baby. We're too look at you're the one that I've been looking for. Together with Chachi. Who can my baby? But you look like you're the one. Oh, love, love, love. One. What if I couldn't speak? What if I couldn't eat? What if I couldn't move? Will you still love me? What if my body aches and always it makes you late? What if I couldn't wait? Would you love me when it's hard and the lights falling apart? If the things that we once knew are long gone, if the blue skies are so gray and the memory fades away, and the memory fades away, will you still love? you love me when it's hard and the lies falling apart? If the things that we was new are long gone, if the blue sky starts to gray and our memory fades away, and our memory fades away, will you still love me? Will you still love me? Will you still love me? Bad girl, you are nice. Monta demuka sunda basi. Oli wa bait, oli wa lies. Uletere Gucci over Versace. Oli quality, toli muchumpuni juba over China. Kasusukali quality. Wabulon chamula. Wakala nyoela undi mumusai. Wanta muzalu jegere kukagali. Olusi tunanene muzatindo sani. You brighten my day. Ulilo chamula mukwano inside. You come my way. Ulilo sembera ulilo inside. So let me wire away. Sakala kumanya things alright. Tone unyezo kukwakalenyo kuwa kuchanga changa na kukusalalenya. No lose tula nene muzazani. Ayakalo mulunjinga kwe. Engele chiwato chocho wechikonda. Neva zakatonde ea mutonda. You brighten my day. Ulilo tambula mukwando inside. You come my way. Ulilo sembera puli. It's alright. Let me wire away. This I can't kumanya when it's alright. Njagala nnyo okubeera wooli, n'obeerawo omutima gubeeyo gy'oli. Njagala nnyo okubeera wooli, n'obeerawo omutima gubeeyo gy'oli. Mpagadde nga munoonya. Sirina sanyusa ng'ono mwana atoka amunyikaavu buli kiseera, n'omutima tegweyagala, naye okuva we namufuna yansula ku mwoyo, okuva we namulaba njagala nnyo okubeera wooli, n'obeerawo omutima gubeeyo gy'oli. Njagala nnyo okubeera wooli, n'obeerawo omutima gubeeyo gy'oli. Atoba, yeah, atoba. Yasula kumoyo Kufa wenda mulaba Kwesanyo lyange Sakala nyo okubera wowoni No vera womutima gube chodi Sakala nyo okubera wowoni No vera womutima gube chodi Baby togufula muse Yonko la visa za mise Wakanjagala Nake agala Wante kamumbera Wungana sisobola kuchevera Afazat inkuloka Insenkuloka Baby tongan ankuloka Afazal inkuloka Insenkuloka Baby tongan ankuloka Itakulia linda ya mususa Ninga edilisa mususa Wakalama ke chuchuchusa Tewe changa baby tula Sakala tusine mutokot Sakala tusine mutokot Tula wasibera hambo Ochimanyete bangana Afazal inkuloka Insenkuloka Baby tongana kuloka Insenkuloka Afazal inkuloka Insenkuloka Baby tongana I don't drink coffee, I take tea, my dear I like my bed done one by side You can hear it in my accent when I talk I'm an Englishman in New York See me walking down the Fifth Avenue I'm walking cranny by my side I take it everywhere I walk I'm an Englishman in New York Oh, I'm an alien I'm a legal alien I'm an Englishman in New York I'm an alien I'm a legal alien I'm an Englishman in New York Just a little tenderness at the end of the day. So long woman need take her fears away. Hey. No, no, no. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, no. Oh, cold, the words so cold. Me want someone, me a fan feel old. The baby move, baby onya emyo ye jalwala. Ndi muntu w'abantu, mundeke kusaba, onyimbira oluyimba, yimbira oluyimba. Nyabo omuyimbi, yimbira oluyimba nze nsanyuke. Onyimbira bulungi nnyo, ennyoza. Nyabo omuyimbi. Toddy, what's how we do? Since the what's how we do? Hey, Toddy, what's how we do? Since the hard to say, good ever I do for my woko. Hard to sing, good ever I do for my woko. Batumbara bodo nese, it is in nada ramboko. Batumbara bodo nese, it is in nada ramboko. Toddy, what shall we do? Since the yeah, Toddy, what shall we do? Since the Jerome, I want you to love me. Jerome, baby. Jerome. Kilode, oh. Why you know they call me? Kilode, baby. Kilode, Jerome. I take if you're sick and all. Why you know they call me, oh. I give a green light to tire. I take if you're sick and all. Why you know they call oli chibiriti wakubisa mutima ndikuma vivyo mukwano gwochanga kayembe wankubisa butida ochakala nyone mamalodi bebe osiba muchikuba kasana kaka ndikuma vivyo mukwano gwocha omawobulire obasentononya wano muchikunta tenti wali wechibuzo bono sala kochenti city boy baby beaty kind of feeling chimanyo kutekushua nimwe birungo kutekushua oli kushu chimanyo kutekushua nimwe birungo kutekushua oli kushu nakuyuse kocho na batekwebo nenkuteka komizani vipi chimanye vipimo vyawela nagombe koko kumasaji you are romantic fun you are fantastic ipate mudu reporting tuite kofuso melo tufune we agambo nyumi rabu pote posais ebina sala koku weiti ebina vuga bone posais stamina. Wait for us at the same time to come out. Me and you at the same time. Never want to leave Rome. Dance with me, I pull up on your beach, It's time to. Baby girl, make it know the lie. Make it different. Say you the view this guy. No even waste time. I'm in Hawaii. I can't wait to make your precious mine. It's not a lie. You set my soul on fire. So many girls I pass through. None of them girls find passion. All of the things you've been through, but this life will never be the same again. 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 Don't like them, they like you. They say me, I'm too bad for you. Don't mind them, they too bad for you. They say me, I'm too. Break it all, break it, take it all. When your ways won't take it all. When I wanna take it all. Even if I die, wake it all, wake. Take it all. Even if I die, wake it all. Baby girl, make it know the light. Make it tell your friends, say you don't feel this guy. Don't even waste time. I'm in Hawaii. I can't wait to make your precious mine. It's not a lie. Woti worom koto. When they go do they enter party, all they call them go shake your body, shake your body. Halu abana we gonna belly. You got the money, you they go police. Me and they love you for it. Kitty. What's what them say I the grace I no number. But the display of the money on the man. You come and go.
Yeah, come and go. Why?
You come and go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Albert.
Thank you so much.
Tumongereza amanyi omwana oyo. Albert, thank you. Mwana gwe mukama yakuwa n'omala.
Njagala nnyo mukyale panka.
Why?
Kabule baba.
Kabulengana.
Bulengane go akula kabina.
Kabulengana.
Njagala nnyo mukyale panka.
Oyagala kuwe.
Kabule baba. Bulengane go akula kabina. No kawuba n'ogirwa nnuwaki. Bulungi bwo bwe bukuseeza. Empisa zo ze zikutonda. Kabule baba. Kimanye tubakwana bangi abalina kashi n'abatalina simbi. See what I'm fighting now when you feel the right, single ladies all around. Njagala nnyo banva nnungi enva zaabwe ziri ku pyu. Njagala nnyo winyenga amaaso goli gali ku pyuwa. Let's around make a miracle, let your body move to the pedicure. Let's around make a miracle, let your body move. Njagala nnyo mukyale panka. Kabule baba. Bulengane go akula kabina. No kawuba n'ogirwa nnuwaki. Bulungi bwo bwe bukuseeza. Empisa zo ze zikutonda. Kabule baba. Never waste your time, never let you go. Talk down, back to back, you're the best I know. Oh yeah, you did blow my mind, blow my mind, blow my mind. For your love, I could change my life. Come here, do you dance, make a spit go. That's the one for me, nice and slow. So many nights I do it for my time. To get you all alone for one night. You do me something no lie. I come out for your turn. I want to do you whatever you want. Freaky for you. Show me what you're. Girl, you just blow my mind, blow my mind. Your body just blow my mind.
Hello. Can we bring everyone back? Okay, band B. Can we have everybody back? Dan, have everyone back here? Everyone from there? Okay. Where's everyone? People run away. Okay. Now, we have really come to the end of our conversation. I hope that some of the questions you had here were answered within the sessions. What we're going to do now, one, there is food. The food must be eaten. and enjoyed. Two, which is really, really important, on these screens here, we have video stories, amazing, amazing video stories, which were done by the Constructive Journalism Fellows. They are those silent disco pieces. You do not have to worry, so you just go there, you get one of those headsets, put them on, there'll be videos playing, you just watch, right? We wanted to make sure that you're not distracted. For those who want to still continue to network, please do. The team of Constructive Journalism Fellows, you will be leaving, I think, 6? Yes? Okay. Okay, 6:10. So they will come to you. But for now, it's party time. Please, if you want to watch the videos, go over there. They will give you these headsets. You can watch the clips. You can also, I don't know, Patricia, is the food ready? Yes, food is ready. They will be serving soon. Walk there, pick something to eat, and then come and enjoy the clips. The band will be playing very, very slowly in the background for those who will be just here to dance a bit. Thank you very much. Congratulations to the fellows once again. Please clap for them. Yeah? Clap for DW Academy. Clap for the trainers. Clap for ourselves. All right. Have a very good evening. Thank you very much. Hello. All right. In my next life, I'll be a musician. So look out for my albums. Where is this? Okay. Silas, are you here?